part of the group, I would think probably got replaced sooner and faster than some of the other areas.
Okay, I know we're running out of time, so we'll try
We
to
could do this all
wrap
day.
it up. This has been great.
We love it. We're good.
Well,
We
I'm
did
okay
have a
with
flight
she
to
has
cancel.
to.
She had the flight. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
She's like,
Finish it.
Yeah. So
we'll shorten the answers, Monty. We can shorten our
uh,
answers.
Yes, and I'm sure y'all want to leave too, but yeah, we'll go to the one about the scallop.
Well, no. What I wanted to know was how have things changed for you and your health center since AmeriCares came in?
Oh, epic. We've never had such support, and I am not kidding. Curtis Barnes is an honorary member of TAN. He can come in here whenever he wants to.
Absolutely.
He checked on us. He would. They did our staff training, and forgive me, I can't remember all of the beautiful people that came through. A Katie, a Catherine,
Katie,
yeah.
yes.
They did our training. They did several trainings for us, actually. We did several staff trainings, and they came in and were very much a part of, getting us trained on the mental health first aid and some other pieces. And they did another, I can't remember the one they did for our May staff meeting, but they did
psychological first aid.
We did psych first aid.
Yeah, we did that here.
But they did, because that's the one I was in on, the May one. It was still mental health issues.
Yeah.
Oh.
They came by all the time just to check and see how we were doing. They came out to the site. Curtis came with us to our first site where we got run off because a client was, he had his information messed up, but it was our first time going out and, in China. And he was like, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to let them know they gave my wife the results and she mad at me. No, she's mad at you because you have wrong results for your relationship. That's why she's mad. But Curtis was with us. Then we went, we think we'll just go ahead and head on out. And we were like, Curtis, you're the military, so you get ready to go handle it, And so the teams, they allowed us to explain and like you're doing, giving us the opportunity to not just focus on the numbers and are you meeting metrics, but what happened, what's a part of it, and they really brought us in. I'm on LinkedIn's. I've met with various parts of your organization. So you guys just open the door and let us be who we are, but be a part of your, process at the same time.
So let me focus it. What did AmeriCares funding help you do?
It gave us Miss Anita. It gave us Miss Crystal. It gave us Dee. It gave us the ability to purchase equipment. We have a mobile
med doc, and
med
it
doc.
gave us a door. It opened a door. It opened a door
gave us a pathway,
for us to get out to the rural communities and start serving people that really need us.
Yeah.
I know there's a need within the community of Beaumont and Orange proper, but we're not the only game in town, so to speak, in Beaumont, in Port Arthur, in Orange. But in those rural communities, sometimes it feels, most of the time it's people didn't know us, they weren't able to access us. And opening that door, AmeriCares opened the door, gave us the money to help get these people to build this team, and opened that door for us to walk through and for us to share our experiences
And our passion.
Our passions thus far that we knew we had, but it just let us spread that to all these other communities, and that's growing. And if you look at the sustainability report, which is in these little packets, I printed it out specifically to add to this because what the commitment that TAN has made to us as a team, but also to the communities, is that we're going to push to continue this, that we're in hopes of opening some permanent sites that become new access points for care in some of these communities as we move forward. And that's and part of what this program was and is to find new areas too for us to focus on where we want to grow in permanency. But because we are recognizing the need, we are recognizing, but that's what, and the want for us to be there, but that's what AmeriCares did. It opened doors. It opened doors for us, but also opened doors and paths for people to find care, the care that they need, that they haven't had. And insured people that haven't been to the doctor in 5 and 6 years,
uninsured, right?
they've got coverage. They didn't have abilities. They didn't have ways. They didn't have.
And because of the grant, which I will say for the $187,000, y'all know how much a nurse practitioner costs. This lady over here ain't cheap, and we had a full team, so we put in on it as well.
Yes.
To not just say let's let it rest 100% on somebody else. We invested resources in the MMD as well, but that resource and that investment gave us the data, gave us the information that allowed us to apply for a new access grant through our primary funding source, the HRSA and the primary care, the primary Bureau of Primary Care, allowed us to make that application. And so like Curtis is on my list the minute I get the email that says you've been awarded the grant to build a brick and mortar in Newton, which is 10 minutes from Trout Creek, which is where our biggest population is, and then Deweyville all these entities can feed into a new access point. If we get approved for that, AmeriCares gets the thank you, because we wouldn't have been able to do that and create some level of stability.
Yes,
absolutely.
It gave us leverage.
Gosh.
It gave us clout. It gave us notoriety.
Yes.
So based on your experience with the MMUs, your first time with it, at what time is scale up of MMU services most valuable?
Read it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, MMUs were opened with the AmeriCares funding. It was new to you. Now that you have this experience, at what point do you think that they are? Remember that the whole point is long-term recovery versus immediate response. At what point is an MMU most valuable? And then at what point, in terms of recovery, is sufficient? We're not talking about the value of MMUs overall. We know that there's a need.
When do we start an MMU?
Well,
When is the best time to scale up? Meaning to put
build-
up an MMU, a mesh, or
I would say
going out in
48 to
response.
72 hours after an issue.
And at what point is the long-term recovery really over, and it becomes more of a, community need rather than a recovery?
I would say 2 years.
At least.
2 years.
I would say
Because,
that because it's
I say
dependent
I
on
agree
the
with you.
emergency.
Immediate, and then
How would you sustain that? How would you support that claim?
I think the reason why I'm having just a hard time answering is because we didn't have an MMU before. And so had we had a emergency preparedness MMU kind of system that you can, in an emergency response, pop up and go, then a 24 to 48 hour after an incident would make sense. Because this was built from ground up, post-crisis.
For an AmeriCares to pop up,
Right.
when would be the most important time for it to show?
It really is immediate. It really is. You need to get in and go. We had the issue in August. We didn't actually get funded to move until May. And so that funding timeline where you all said, let us know what you want, let us know what you want to do, we had to think and plan and figure, and you had to do that. And so the application was turned in, and then notification was given in May. Once notification was given, then you're beginning to do all the steps. And so if there were I'll just give you an example. We had, I think, Texas Mutual, which is an insurance company here, they, came and said, we're going to give you $10,000 to give to all your staff, just however you want. We just walked around 1,000. Whoever had severity got, something to move them on. So that made sense, and we had to go back and report and say how many people we served, etc. But I would say for an MMD,